says, so is the kingdom of heaven. That's why when the God has always say, behold what? The kingdom of heaven is suddenly upon you.
Yeah.
You understand? You didn't expect it. They don't come and catch you in your folly. God? Well,
but first must he suffer many things and be rejected of this generation.
Of what generation?
This generation.
This generation here. See, this generation holds the prophecy of being what you call the viper generation. Generation of viper.
Yeah.
You know, a viper is what a snake.
Yeah.
But you don't call them snakes in the grass because they knew the gospel and they actually denied or crucified the word of the Lord afresh. I might call them the generation a wicked and adulterous generation seeketh a sign. He said there shall be no sign for this generation, but the sign of the prophet Jonah, which is the God you will hear, is the gospel counseling you. And when the Lord realized you will not of his counsel, get coming for you. Read.
Verse 26. As it was in the days of Noah, so shall it also be in the days of the Son of Man.
Which is the last days, so shall it be in the last days. Go ahead.
They did eat.
They what?
They did eat.
The Bible says these people eat.
They drank.
They drank.
They married wives.
They began to what?
They married wives.
They began to marry wives. Go ahead.
They were given in marriage.
They were given in marriage. They married and given in marriage, meaning to say they have 3-4 wives. We think that is it.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Well, yeah.
And they have 3-4 wives, that is one person, and then committed adultery.
Yeah.
You know, committing adultery, like giving in marriage also means to say that well, sex is marriage, and we know that. So they're committing adultery, you're committing fornication, you're doing all the filthy good. You don't understand the sex?
Well, our page. Some of them are going to talk about all kind of man wife.
Well, that's adultery.
All these things. Right?
Adultery. Adultery can. And fornication, meaning to say, you're going with a woman, but into fornication, meaning you're becoming, you're idolizing your woman. That is the word I was looking for. You're idolizing your fucking woman.
Right?
Read.
Right? They were given in marriage until the day that Noah entered into the ark and the flood came and destroyed them all.
You see, they did all of that until the flood came and destroyed them all. Same thing happening today. They're doing all of that, no matter what this pandemic, when people still evil out there, or they're thinking about this carnival and when they come in.
Really? Likewise also, as it was in the days of Lot, they did eat, they drank, they bought, they sold, they planted, they builded.
That's not the same thing happening today. What kind of big building going on? They open a gas station that's here, they build it, they planted. Go ahead.
Right? But the same day that Lot went out of Sodom,
the same day when the prophet stopped preaching in Sodom and the gospel stopped, well,
it rained fire and brimstone from heaven and destroyed them all.
What we're waiting for, really and truly, is the coming of the Lord. That is really what we have desire we're waiting for, the coming of the Lord. But the Lord give us a space of time to repent and get things right, and that is what we doing. We checking ourselves daily. We are the ones checking themselves daily. Hope and pray that you brothers and sisters who live in who listening in your house and think that you do the same thing. That you may not even partakers of this world and the filth and wickedness. But a lot of you going to be tried. The Lord will put you on to be tried. And test. Because you just can't sit back and rock back and say, oh, I believe the word, so it's all good with me. No. The Lord will pray to the test and find out if it's really all good with you.
Yeah.
Well,
even thus shall it be in the day when the Son of Man is revealed.
Go ahead.
In that day, he which shall be upon the housetop.
In that day, he said, he which shall be upon the housetop. Well,
and his stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away.
Yeah, he said, let him not come down to take it away. Those days will be weeping, wailing, and gnashing of teeth.
Because what is showing is that this Exodus here, we will be leaving it everything. This thing will be like ancient Egypt, where we leave it a lot of substance.
No. The scripture says
he ain't going to nothing.
He said, leave everything. He said, touch not the unclean thing. That's all.
Yeah.
That's what the scripture is actually telling you. Touch not the unclean. The Lord labeled everything in this kingdom unclean. So he said, touch not the unclean thing.
Right? So
And so fast, like it, so far and so much that this mortal had to put on immortality. That's all?
Yeah.
Read that.
In that day which shall be upon the house upon the stuff in the house, let him not come down to take it away, and he that is in the field, let him likewise not return back.
Well,
You know? Remember Lot's wife.
the example is, remember she? Or she heart was in Sodom where?
Whosoever shall seek to save his life shall lose it.
The Lord saying, but whosoever shall seek to save your life, you want to save this life, you're going to lose your life. Prepare. The Bible says, when we read, finish it off.
And whosoever shall lose his life shall preserve it.
And the Lord said, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake, for the name of Yahweh, shall gain it or shall preserve it. Read.
I tell you, in that day, in that night, there shall be two men in one bed, and the one shall be taken and the other shall be left.
Well,
Two women shall be grinding together, but one shall be taken and the other left.
well,
Two men shall be in the field, but one shall be taken and the other left.
yeah, two men shall be working out in a field, where one shall be taken out. It doesn't necessarily be a literal field. Yeah, he gave you a metaphor or literal field, but the field represents the work, and the field also represents the earth. So the Israelites scattered to the four corners of the earth, you understand, along with the heathen. But here the thing about it, one was of the elect, and the other was not of the elect. One will be taken, one will be left. Read.
And they answered and said unto him, Well, Lord. And he said unto them, Wheresoever the body is thither, the eagles be gathered together.
Right, he says, wheresoever the body is thither, or the body is thither, meaning or the carcasses, there shall be the eagles gathered together. Matthew 24:28, let me just get that thing. Let's approve on Matthew 24. 24:28, right? Matthew 24:28. Right? Wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. So we represent the eagle. The eagles is represent the nation of Israel. And the carcass represents the gospel, the gospel, fresh and clean and no kill, dripping in blood. Yeah, that's what the carcass represents. And we feasted on the genuine word of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'harakakodash, Yahushai, word. And his word shall not go void, nor that shall return unto us void. You understand what I'm saying? Let me get something one with them before we go there.
Let me take out something and
bring it out.
then I wish I did. Well, I never get it. The Pharisee also, that actually in Matthew
You give us
16 and 1,
you
right?
give 1 Peter 4, 12 to 13.
Yeah, sorry about Matthew 16 and 1. That one.
Where?
The Pharisee also with the Sadducees came and tempted, desired him, and he will show them a sign from heaven.
Where?
He answered and said unto them, Verily, yes, said unto them, when it is evening, he said, it will be fair weather, for the sky is red.
Right.
And in the morning, it will be full weather today, for the sky is red. And following, O ye hypocrites, ye can discern the face of the sky.
So the Lord telling the Israel Christ, but ye hypocrites, you hope you can discern this face of the sky. And well,
yeah. But can ye not discern the sign of the times?
but yet they can't discern the sign of the time
He come at the end, they are
because they had no faith in him.
Yeah.
If you have no faith, you can't know these things, you know. The Bible says, for without faith, it is what is impossible to please God.
Please God, yeah.
You don't please God and your faith.
Read. A wicked and adulterous generation.
Same thing we were saying earlier, you see, there's all that Yahushai own mouth in where he said, a wicked and adulterous generation. Go ahead.
Seek it after a sign.
Seek it after a sign. This is what the Hamashiach say.
And there shall no sign be given.
But there shall be no sign given.
For the sign of the prophet Jonah.
He said, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. Go ahead.
And he left them and departed.
That is on that. He said, he left them and departed. They wanted that to be
This is 1 Peter 4,
Start from 12.
11. Think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you.
So he said, don't feel when they get temptation or your trials and tribulation. Don't feel like it's some strange thing the Lord put up on you, like, you know. You already knew this was coming to you in prophecy. So you without excuse. That's what Peter is actually saying here. Go ahead.
But rejoice in as much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's suffering.
Yeah, you know, Peter, James actually saying the same thing here. He said, rejoice. Let me see if I can get James here too. James actually saying what James actually saying what Peter saying here. Hold 2 minutes, sir. James 1 and 2. He said, brethren, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptation. Verse 3. Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. Continue.
Right. That when glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy.
Yeah, he said that when glory, with the glory, the kingdom of heaven, when it shall be revealed, ye shall be glad with exceedingly joy. Now you will understand, all these temptations I was going through was for me to become an overcomer like he overcome. You understand? Verse 14, read verse 14.
If ye be reproached for the name of Hamashiach,
if you be reproached for the name of Hamashiach,
happy are ye.
Happy are ye for the right thing.
For the spirit of glory and of Yahweh resteth upon you. On their part he is evil spoken of, but on your part he is glorified.
Right, so them could speak evil upon him because they know him not. But we glorify him because he in us and we in him. So we are all partakers of this same faith. That's why we start off with the scripture that we all speak the same thing. And that is what it is. You have something else to know?
I don't think after they didn't put it down here.
Yeah, what is it?
And straight is the gate that we go.
Yeah, well.
Then it is because this is Matthew, the 7th chapter and the 13th verse. Enter ye and straight.
You want to read it for you and you expound?
Yeah.
You can do it?
Yeah, I can do that.
Right, Matthew the 7th chapter.
132 verse.
13th verse. So I want to strain your eyes too much. Alright, so I know Matthew the 7th chapter, 13th verse. 7th chapter, the 13th verse. Here you go. Matthew the 7th chapter, the 13th verse. He said, enter ye in at the straight gate. For wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. Right.
Now, the Lord gave us a straight way that we should walk, which is in the light of His word. And the only way to get to heaven or to fly in that chariot to the kingdom, it must come according to the word of God. Straight gate and narrow is the way, but straight. And Yahweh wants us to go to see a wide revelation, something that will be enticing. Oh, this is, but the Bible says that wide road will lead you to destruction.
Yeah,
but the wide gate, the straight gate, will lead you to eternal life. It might be simple, straight, but right in the eyes of God. Good on.
Right? You see, enter ye at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go in there, go in thereat.
Yeah.
Right. Verse 14.
The wide gate, the wide road, and the broad way is that many people like. You want to be a prophet before your time. You want to be this big boy before your time. You want to be recognized by the high-ups. And you recognize the high-ups because your life to be among the high-ups too. And where the little man is, you condemn him. So what you do, you're looking for the wide road, the highway, right? And that narrow little road, which will take you to eternity, take you to the kingdom, you reject that. You turn it down instead of you go the way of the Lord, on that wide road. You want your own revelation, which is contrary to the word. It's contrary, that will take you, it will condemn you.
Well, that wide road goes back to Christianity.
Well, in many cases, there are many things.
Yeah, but
you could use it for many things.
you can use it for many things.
You can use it for Christianity, which is your point too.
Christianity.
But and right in the truth here, brothers take a wide road because they tell us that the street and narrow road too
simple. They want
too
something
simple. They feel that they buy and exceed. They feel like they have new revelation or which they're off.
Yeah.
Contrary to the word. God give you a simple, nice revelation.
Finish it off, Pops.
Huh?
Finish it off.
Yeah.
Verse 14. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way that leadeth unto life. There was a point. And few there be that find it.
Very few. Very few. Not too much of ratings, you know. Some people want a big crowd. 10,000 people, 5,000 people, or 300 people are believers, or 500 believers. Big crowd, so they could be famous. That's not the way, brother. That's the way.
We are not famous men. In that sense, we don't give that kind of thing.
We are simple and humble and honest. And we want to be straight with the word of God.
And the scripture says,
That must be straight.
That what John said, he said, I must decrease for him to
increase. Yeah, if
I increase, then he decrease, then his brother and God try to be puffed up or show himself. But I pray, Lord, I said, Lord, let me decrease. That don't make increase. That is the word of God.
That's the word. Stay with the Bible, according to the scripture. Stay with what you have been taught.
Yeah.
Whatever the Lord teach you, you stay with that. The apostles and things, isn't it? Don't just ramp up. Listen to it. If you have any little doubt in that, pray about it and leave it there. But just about the prophet, like you bigger than the prophet. No. You're not bigger than them.
The spirit of the prophet is subject to the
It's subject to the prophet.
And that is the word of God.
And if God shows you something, and it might be a real big and many brethren, or a big preacher that preaches because they ain't much before you. Preach it among the little people. And be humble with it. If it too happen to get on the video, and the people see it, or the brethren see it, and they realize that something the Lord showed you, you didn't go to the brethren and try to puff up yourself and show off that you this big man of this big revelation. That's not it. That's not the word of God. The simplicity of the word of God. Right? The righteousness of the word of God. Because if it was by showing off and this, big ratings, you'd have find this place would have been loaded with people. We'd have plenty members, but not so. This is a straight and a narrow little road.
That is why
everybody has to take that narrow road.
That is why the Mosai is not all Israel is of Israel, because all Israel what is true, because the truth is straight and narrow.
Straight and narrow.
The truth is straight and narrow. They
Yeah.
go the crooked is who Cesare Borgia, white boy Jesus, because Cesare Borgia, he's still allowing homosexuals amongst them. And everything goes,
This is St. John 14 and 23, and Yahushua answered and said unto him, If a man love me, he will keep my words, and my Father will love him, and he will come unto him and make our abode with him.
That goes back into what? Keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments. Showing it, being among them is what? is what gain into those chariots that already showing it in. You know, inheriting the kingdom of heaven. You know, inheriting the kingdom of heaven, that is what it is about.
Verse 24.
Yeah.
He that loveth me keepeth my words.
He that loveth me keepeth my words.
Sorry, he that loveth me not, keepeth not my saying.
Yeah.
And he that keepeth not my saying, and my word which he hear is not. And let me read it again. And the word which ye hear is not mine, but my Father. You see, but it's of my Father who sent me. So in other words, Yahweh say, I'm not saying what I feel to say now. I see what the Father told me to say. Right? So I'm going to
you all saying you love him and you're not keeping his words.
Yeah.
You know, which is you Christians, because what I contended, that kind of content your lies with the Lord done away with.
Remember verse 25 to 26. These things have I spoken unto you, being yet present with you. So the Lord said, why I was yet present with you, I speak things with you. Listen carefully. But the Comforter, which is the Rakakwadash, whom the Father will send in my name, he will teach you all things and bring all things to your remembrance. That's why we say, Baharakakwadash shall Yahweh shine. Because Yahweh, the Holy Spirit, is in the name of Yahweh shine. But the Comforter, which is the Rakakwadash, whom the Father will send in my name. That's the key point there. In my name. So what is the Holy Spirit's name? It's really Yahweh shine. That's my name, which is Yahweh shine. No, let me finish. Whom the Father will send in my name, he shall teach you all things.
He shall teach you what?
All things.
Right, go ahead.
And bring all things to your remembrance.
And bring all things to your remembrance.
Whatsoever I said unto you.
Alright. So that day, that because a lot of these other camps that is and whatnot, and so-called teachers within our nation, right? They say that we can't know everything, you know, and we just be saying that GMS has 100% truth, you know.
Oh yeah, can.
So, we can't have everything. The most side.
No, use the scripture for we learning part and we
prophesying part and
I use scripture to use
you understand?
But the Rakakwadash, the scripture saying here, when the Rakakwadash, when he come, he shall teach you all things. So how you can say you don't know nothing when the Rakakwadash is here to teach you all things? But that is why some men that say Paul, that have a problem with Paul writing. But the Bible says they that have a problem with Paul writing wrestle with it even unto the very destruction. So when the apostle to us say GMS of 100% true, you understand why he was saying that. You can prove it by the scripture. You understand? Anyway, so with that, we give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushai, Barakakwadash, Shal Yahushai. We say double honor to the apostle of great mercy and good well. Salutation to the brothers all over the world that are preaching this truth. You understand? All the brothers. I ain't being passionate with nothing. All the brothers.
In truth and sincerity.
In truth and sincerity. But the Lord know them. But the God might know you, but the Lord know you. Just like how the Lord know brother God. And he know brother God, you don't need draping up and shooting up. He knows every man, he knows every man. You understand? Until that day when Yahushua Mashiach comes, he say, Shalom.
That's nice. This is very good.
I like to believe. I like to touch these little points and